in this edition of RPP News. Shocking road toll figures, coffee fans triumph, and the twilight markets are back. Hello, I'm Catie Sharp. Welcome to the latest edition of RPP News, bringing you stories from across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula. Homicide detectives have charged a man following a fatal collision in Hastings last Saturday night. It is alleged a white SUV struck a pedestrian at the intersection of McCallum Street and Coolstore Road at around 11 p.m. The pedestrian, a 23-year-old Hastings man, died at the scene. The 34-year-old driver of the vehicle, who was also from Hastings, did not stop at the scene. He has since been arrested and appeared in Melbourne Magistrates Court to face a charge of murder. Frankston detectives are calling for public help following a burglary last Sunday the 9th. Investigators have been told the male occupant of a property on Wettenhall Road in Frankston returned home at around 11:30 a.m. to find his house being burgled. He confronted the male offender, who ran to a car and tried to leave. The offender hit the victim with the car, pushing him into his garden, then hit a retaining wall before speeding away. The victim luckily only suffered minor injuries. Investigators have released an image and CCTV of a man who they believe may be able to assist with their investigation. The vehicle is a white Toyota Land Cruiser 200 series with the number plate BHF010. Anyone with information should contact Crime Stoppers. Shocking new statistics have revealed that the Mornington Peninsula has the highest number of road deaths in Victoria. In the past decade, 73 people have been killed and over 1,300 seriously injured on local roads, including high numbers of pedestrians and cyclists. The Shire has called on the Victorian Government to provide $50 million to upgrade high-risk intersections, pedestrian walkways and cycling paths, adding that they have been asking for funding to address road safety for years. Local coffee drinkers are celebrating after Frankston City Council reversed its decision to evict popular coffee truck Little Ollie's from its berth on Oliver's Hill. The about-face followed an uproar when Little Ollie's trading licence was terminated after a tender process. Over 12,000 outraged supporters signed a petition and hundreds more visited the van to protest. After a flurry of meetings, the council announced that Oliver's Hill boat ramp will now be home to 3 food vans: Little Ollie's, Crips Fish and Chips and tender winners Mercetta. Little Ollie's will be at their site for at least the next 12 months. Frankston's popular Sunset Twilight markets are back with a variety of creators and makers, live music and food trucks set to bring life and colour to the Frankston foreshore. The markets will be held monthly on a Sunday afternoon, starting today. Stall holders will be selling art, clothing, homewares and a smorgasbord of street food. The markets will feature entertainment with a changing itinerary each month, showcasing up-and-coming musicians playing soul, blues, jazz, indie and well-known covers. There will be magicians, circus acts, comedians and plenty of entertainment for the kids. Check out today's market at the Pier Promenade from 3 p.m. And Frankston Arts Centre is hosting one of Australia's favourite comedians and ventriloquists, David Strassman. Beginning on Friday the 28th of October, Strassman will be introducing his new show, The Chocolate Diet. Featuring 2 audience favourites, Ted E. Bear and the evil Chuck Wood, Strassman and his team will be appearing for 4 nights. Tickets are available at the Frankston Arts Centre box office. After the break, we have Nicola with this week's weather report.
Everyone knows Australia has 4 big banks, but the 5th biggest retail bank is snapping at their heels. It's a bank that's been around for over 160 years, can be found in over 500 locations nationwide, looks after over 1.8 million customers, and is regularly voted one of the most trusted brands out of all the thousands of brands in Australia. Who is this fantastic number 5? Yep, it's Bendigo Bank. The better big bank.
Established in 1988, Progress Signs has been servicing the local community for 30 years. Located on the Mornington Peninsula, they are the #1 destination for all your signage needs, specialising in a variety of signage from vehicles to shop fronts, occasional and corporate events, short-term, long-term and everything in between. If it's signs you need, be it large or small, Progress Signs is the place to call. Available 24/7 at progress-signs.com.au or call the team on 5975 9188. Thinking signs? Think Progress Signs, a station sponsor.
Hello, it's Nicola here, back after a break with the RPP Mornington Peninsula weather update. So, as you would all know by now, we have had an immense amount of rain last week. The good news is that it looks as if the rain is done for the foreseeable future. So let's break it down and discover what we can expect for the week ahead. Today, Sunday, the 16th of October, brought us a partly cloudy day with some light rain near the coastal areas. We reached a high of 18 and a low of 9. Monday sees much the same with another high of 17 and a low of 9. Tuesday sees those summer-like conditions picking up, bringing us a mostly sunny day with a warm high of 21 and a low of 7. Wednesday the 19th of October should be a glorious sunny day with a high of 21 and a low of 11. Thursday brings a slightly overcast day with a high of 20 and a low of 11. Friday brings us another warm day with a chance of rain. Expect a high of 21 and a low of 12. And finally, Saturday sees another warm day with a high of 22 and a low of 12. Well, that's all for now. Enjoy the warm days this week, and I will see you again next week.
And now to our surf guru, Muzz, with the Surf Report.
Good morning, everyone. It's Muzz back here with this week's Mornington Peninsula Surf Report. We have had a reasonable week of waves, surprising considering how ordinary the weather's been. So luckily, with all this rain coming down from the northwest, it has given us a northeast wind pattern. So for the last few days, we've had okay waves on the beach breaks, but through the week we had a dead flat day and some pretty average days of swell. And look, even though it's been offshore in that sort of 1 to 3 foot, maybe 4 foot range, conditions haven't been as good as they could be in that size range. So and again today, still raining, but it's still, the wind still hasn't hooked in too much just yet, but that will change. Looks like the forecast for the week in front of us looks like it's going to, mostly the wind's going to be either a northeast, a northwest, even round to a west. So there's not looking like we're going to get too much in that southerly quarter, and at least until maybe this time next week. So but there looks like there's going to be a little bit of a jump in the swell, probably on Sunday into Monday by the looks of it. And the wind should be okay. It should be in that northwest to westerly range. So there'll be small waves inside Western Port, probably Monday, Tuesday next week. And it looks like Wednesday might actually be offshore again and on the beaches in that 3 to 5 foot range. But it's okay. It's not great, but it is springtime and it's raining, and the rain will clear up. The water's going to be pretty putrid in Western Port after all this rain. But you will get a surf. The prime days look like maybe Monday, Tuesday next week. All right, well, have a good week. Hopefully you don't get flooded out, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
And that's all from our team here at RPP News, serving the community with stories that matter to you. Keep watching and do tell your friends. Bringing you the news from coast to coast across Frankston and the Mornington Peninsula, I'm Catie Sharp. See you for the next edition.